Welcome to This Explainer. Let's talk about cheat codes, not for a video game, but for navigating the real world of personal finance. We're diving into the core concepts from Morgan Housel's fantastic book, The Psychology of Money. If you've ever felt completely intimidated by finance, thinking it's all complicated math and Wall Street jargon, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to strip all of that away and look at the actual engine behind financial success, which is human behavior. All right, let's get into it and see how you can actually master this game.
So, why do totally average earners sometimes get super rich while literal millionaires go completely broke? It kind of feels like a glitch in the system, right? Like you're playing a video game and the player with the absolute lowest stats somehow beats the final boss, while the player with max strength gets wiped out on level 1. Well, the truth is, getting wealthy has almost nothing to do with being a math genius or having a crazy high IQ. It is a completely different kind of game. To see why, we have to look at our very first cheat code.
Level 1 is a soft skill. It's not math, it's psychology. We are always taught in school that financial success is this rigid, hard science, like physics or chemistry, with strict rules and formulas. But Morgan Housel points out that it's actually a soft skill. It is entirely about how you behave. Every single money choice we make is heavily influenced by our own unique, sometimes crazy life experiences. Think of it like playing a massive multiplayer game, but everyone grew up playing on completely different consoles with totally different rulebooks. Someone who grew up when the economy was terrible might play super defensively, hoarding everything. But someone who grew up in a booming economy might play aggressively and take huge risks. What seems like an insane move to you might make perfect sense to them. The big takeaway here? No one is truly crazy. We just all have totally different starting points. Level 2. Luck, risk, and judgment. The hidden players in the game of life. In the real world, we love to assume that hard work automatically equals success. Like if someone is rich, they obviously just worked way harder than everyone else. But that completely ignores two massive invisible forces. Yes, effort absolutely matters. You still got to study and put in the hours, but luck plays a much bigger role than society likes to admit. It's a lot like rolling dice in a board game. You can have the perfect strategy, make every single right move, and still roll a lawn and land on someone else's hotel. Sometimes failure is literally just bad timing and risk showing up uninvited. So the move here is to work hard and make smart choices, but stay humble. You just can't control every outcome, and forgiving yourself for those bad rolls of the dice is absolutely essential. Level 3, the magic of compounding, the snowball effect. Okay, this is the absolute ultimate cheat code in the universe of finance. It's compounding. This is the concept that turns a tiny, almost unnoticeable amount of effort today into a massive, unstoppable advantage tomorrow. Now, I know you might see a math formula here and your eyes are totally glazing over. Please don't let the math scare you. Ignore the letters for a second. The concept is simply this. Compounding happens when your money earns returns. And then those returns earn their own returns. Picture packing a tiny snowball at the very top of a massive snow-covered hill. You give it a little nudge. As it rolls, it grabs a tiny bit of snow. But then that new snow grabs more snow, and on and on. By the time it hits the bottom, it's naturally become a giant avalanche. The secret isn't pushing it super hard. The secret is having a really, really long hill. And the length of that hill is everything. Let's say you start investing just $50 a month. That's basically the cost of one video game. If you start doing that at age 16 versus age 30, the difference in the end result is absolutely staggering. You do not need a giant boulder of cash to start. You don't need wild investment returns. You just need patience, consistency, and the longest hill possible to let time do all the heavy lifting for you. Time is quite literally the most valuable asset you have right now. Level 4. Wealth is what's hidden. The invisible analogy. Social media feeds us this massive illusion, constantly making us confuse spending money with actually having money. And let me tell you, this is a highly dangerous trap. On one side, you have looking rich, the luxury cars, the designer clothes, the flashy posts, but absolutely zero in the bank. On the other side, you have being rich, unspent money, quiet investments, hidden savings accounts. Think of it like high school. The person looking rich is like that loud student bragging about pulling an all-nighter to cram for a test, totally running on fumes. But true wealth, being rich, is the quiet student who just consistently studied for 20 minutes every day. They aren't stressed out, they aren't bragging, they just calmly ace the test. True wealth is the invisible money you didn't spend on those new sneakers. It's the money growing quietly in the background. The reason so many people get stuck just looking rich is because of what we call the lifestyle inflation treadmill. It goes like this. Step 1, you get a better paying summer job. Step 2, you immediately upgrade your car, buy nicer clothes, and inflate your lifestyle to match that new paycheck. And step 3, you end up with exactly zero savings anyway. If you upgrade your lifestyle every single time you make more money, you are essentially just cranking up the speed on a treadmill. You're running faster, sweating more, just to stay in the exact same place. You have to break that cycle to actually build real wealth. Level 5, buying your own freedom, the true highest dividend. The greatest trick society ever plays is convincing you that the whole point of earning money is to just spend it on physical objects. The most valuable things money buys aren't things at all. It buys you the freedom to choose where you work. It buys you time to hang out with your family or the freedom to chase a passion project. Most importantly, it buys you the power to say no. It's like having an ultimate unlimited hall pass in life. Housel actually argues you don't even need a specific goal to save. Saving money just for the sake of saving buys you flexibility. It buys you a shield against life's crazy surprises. It buys you control of your own time, which is hands down the highest dividend money can ever pay. Level 6, how to stay wealthy. Playing offense versus defense. Making money is really only half the game. Keeping it is the difference between playing offense and playing defense. Getting wealthy is your offensive strategy. It takes risks, a ton of optimism, and jumping on new opportunities. But staying wealthy, that is pure defense. That requires humility, intense discipline, and maintaining a margin of safety. In video game terms, getting wealthy is how you level up and score points. But staying wealthy is how you keep your health bar full so you don't get a game over. Tons of people know how to score points, but honestly, very few know how to block. Playing defense means surviving the unexpected. Because let's face it, the future is entirely unpredictable. Market crashes happen, global crises pop out of nowhere, so you've got to keep emergency savings and avoid piling up excessive debt. But even more importantly, you need to make reasonable decisions that you can actually stick with for decades, instead of stressing over some mathematically perfect decision that makes you quit after a month. You can't predict the future, but you can definitely prepare for it. It's exactly like driver's ed and wearing a seatbelt. You don't predict you're going to crash today, but you wear it just in case so you can drive with total peace of mind. So it all comes down to this absolutely crucial point. Master your behavior, master your finances. Wealth is a tool for freedom. It's not a scorecard. At the end of the day, money isn't an arcade machine where you're trying to rack up a high score just to impress people you don't even know or like. It is a quiet, hidden tool that you build up patiently over time through compounding, good habits, and keeping your ego in check. Which leaves us with one final thought. As you step out into the real world, start earning, and start making these choices, ask yourself, are you going to use your money to buy things today, or are you going to use it to buy your own freedom for tomorrow? Are you playing just to look rich, or are you playing to be truly free? Keep that snowball rolling down the longest hill you can find. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this gives you the cheat codes you need to win the game on your own terms.